Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing today? It's Thursday the 14th of February 2019, which means it's Valentine's Day, and I am quite tired, but I'm on my way out very soon to go and see The Lion King, the musical, which is at the Lyceum Theatre. I dated it this morning. We are on the front row, which is so exciting, so I just thought I'd show you my tickets. I think we're row A, 13 and 14. I got there around 7 o'clock, which is early. But yeah, they've started doing some day seats in the front row now, and then after they're gone, it's any day seats that they've got left, like any seats they've got left around the theatre, which is what I'd done before, because the front row, I was told the other day that would be the whole of the front row. Thankfully I got there early, because apparently they only had about 4 seats on the front row, so really, and I was the second person in the queue, so really I was like the last person to get front row and like have 2 seats together, because after the front row is gone, the other seats are just scattered and they're also all single seats. So yeah, it's Valentine's Day. I'm not going on my own, even though if I was to go on my own, that's absolutely fine as well, because Valentine's Day is all about self-love, and you should love yourself, and you should go on solo dates to places that you love. But I'm going with my friend Sam, because she's actually moving to Scotland very soon, in about maybe like 2.5 weeks time or something. You probably all know Sam. She's been quite a lot of my theatre vlogs especially, and you know, this is probably going to be our last theatre trip together for a long time.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
Jokes aside, that's why it was really important to me to make sure that we have seats together. And Lion King is the first show I ever saw, the first ever Western show that I saw back in the days when I was like maybe 6 or 7, and it's still one of my favourite shows. It's not in my top 5, but I still do enjoy it. Sam's never seen it before, and she said she kind of wants to see it before she moves back to Scotland. So that's what we're doing. I'm going for food with her as well beforehand. What's the time actually? Okay, it's 4:40, and I'm meeting up with her very soon in about like 45 minutes. I need to leave soon. As always, for coming on this journey, I'm very excited. See you there. So I got a taxi to our destination because I thought I was going to be running really late, and ooh, got a phone call from my friend Sam actually. Good time. Hello? I can see you. I'll be there in about 50 seconds. Yeah, just stay there, don't worry. Bye. I was in the middle of vlogging. Hello, how are you? Hi. You're right.
Yeah, okay. How are you?
Yeah, good. Not bad, thank you. I was just telling people I got a taxi because I thought I was going to be really late, and then that taxi driver thought I was. I know. He thought obviously I was going on an actual date. He was like, you know,
Valentine.
Yes, Valentine's.
Although that was technically yesterday, but
I know.
let's get romantic.
I'm excited.
It's alright.
It should be necessary. 5:15. Oh, I can see myself there.
Yes.
Like for the lady?
Yeah, sure, thank you. I'm making it first. Basically like the opera.
7:30 sure.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But it's fine because it means we've got enough time. Oh, cool.
There is.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, you want to go in here?
I don't mind. Our starters have beautifully arrived. We've got some hummus. We've got some lovely yogurt with cucumbers. Are you a fan of cucumbers?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like them? Not really, because you don't like cucumbers. Because whenever we have tuna sandwiches, you always like.
I just don't get it when people
Yeah,
say that they don't taste of anything, because
they do taste. They definitely do taste of something. Yeah, but I quite like it. We can always like take them away and enjoy our lives. How are you feeling about your current situation, Sam?
I got the reason.
Yeah, I'm interested.
That's a good word. We've got chicken and stuff, and is that an onion situation over there? Very nice. I went
Chicken.
lovely, beautiful. I can't remember. It was lamb shank, wasn't it? The one I went for, and I'm guessing this is some kind of potatoes or something. I don't know. It looks very good. I feel like I might have gone for the same thing last time I was here as well, because I'm so unoriginal. Is it alright? So I've got my apple juice as well with my paper straw, very nice. Well done to this restaurant. We're not going to eat now. Food has been consumed. We are now just going to the toilet very quickly. Have you ever... I mean, you go first. I was in this restaurant for my 25th birthday a few years ago, and I remember when I went to the toilets, I was incredibly, just a bit surprised by what I saw. It's just a bit weird, isn't it? Like, it's not what you expect to be seeing. What's that one? Oh Lord, have legit mercy. I don't even know if I can like. Just a bit much.
Can I leave my bag?
Yeah, don't know. I don't need. I'll just stay here.
I'm so confused.
I know. It's so random, right? It has nothing to do with the rest of the like. Don't worry. Just happens, doesn't it? Bye. So yeah, look at the decor, guys. Just a bit odd, and it's not what you would expect because you know the rest of the restaurant is very much like theatre and opera, and you know you just come to the toilets and suddenly you see that. God. Right. Just thought I'd show it to you if you ever come to the Sarastra restaurant in Covent Garden. What have you seen there? Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait until you're done. I'm really intrigued to see what's in that toilet now.
Right, go in. You need to go in and then see what the.
And actually, said I'm gonna. Oh my god.
What did you do?
Okay.
So go on. You can't do it on YouTube.
And I'm probably gonna have to blur all of it out. I mean, Lord. Oh, on the door as well. On the door, there's too much. What on earth? Oh my god. Why? I mean, amazing artwork, but why? But I don't actually need the toilet, so I'm gonna go out. It's so weird, right? So
Out of here.
I'm gonna have to wash my hands for no reason. I'm gonna put you there, guys. Join me as I wash my hands. Yeah, isn't that confusing? When I came for my 25th birthday, my friends came up here and they were like, something like, Sam, you need to come up, like, you need to just see it. And I was like, it's just weird. Right. Yeah, no, I saw those earlier. Okay, we're gonna leave. Is this gonna stop on its own? Yeah. Cool. Perfect. On to champagne we go. Bye, Paul. Yeah. See you soon. We just had a quick stop at the Royal Opera House. What did we do?
Angry middle-aged white man. What are your problems?
Exactly. Say it, Sam. What did we do in the Rock?
We had a little glass of champagne.
It was really nice, actually. I'd never had any. Sorry, something was amazing. And now we're off to our show, which is not far from us, just over there. Lovely. Sam's first time watching the Lion King. I was telling, lighting's not really bad. I was telling them that it's my very first show that I ever saw. What's your very first West End show or musical that you saw? It doesn't have to be West End, like professional. Do you remember?
And maybe Miss Saigon, actually.
Oh, cool.
When I was quite young.
Yeah.
Pantomime, probably. I saw pantos.
Because panto's a big thing. Yeah, obviously I didn't live here, so I never.
So
Yeah.
yeah, pantos definitely.
Were you ever in one? In a panto?
Not as a kid. I did my first one after I graduated.
What were you?
It was Mother Goose, and I was Jill.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really cute. Anyway, back to the day from Sam. Yeah, we're gonna go to the theatre. Very excited about life, and also I feel a bit more awake now, which is great. I didn't realise champagne awoke in you, but
I think you'll be sleeping in a bit.
Yeah, probably.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thank you.
No bags.
No bags, but you got the tickets.
Yes, we're together.
Yeah.
Is that alright?
Are you taking me on picture?
No, just filming the tickets. Don't worry. Thank you. Are we going that way? Yeah. Hello, how are you?
You're downstairs on this way.
Thank you very much, thank you. How exciting is my life? Should we get some more champagne? I'm joking. Oh. Guys, we're in the front row, as I said earlier, and I've never been in front row before. Thank you very much, cheers. I know, we're not in the cinema. I know, it's a bit much. Did you ever see Will Rocky when it was in London?
He was in it when I lived with him, and I never ever.
Oh really? Oh,
was in it for 3 years.
was he like on some board?
Yeah, and then I think he was swinging dance captain as well.
Shout out to here, Houston Reed. Well, this is our view, guys. This is phenomenal. Look at that. Also, I enjoy how they've got like those signs that, like, you know, very universal signs that say no photos or anything during the show, which is really cool. Never been front row, but this is quite phenomenal. Show starts in about 5 minutes, so probably less than that.
It's starting now.
It's starting now. We'll see you later. Copyright music is happening currently, so I need to talk over it so I don't get copyrighted on YouTube. But yeah, it's staying to, as you can probably guess. I thought I'd show you the cast list very quickly, because some of the cast has changed since I last saw the show about a year ago. So this is it. I'll go through it later when I get home. But I think we've got definitely got a new young Simba. We saw only a little bit of him in Act 1, but I think Timon might be the same. I don't know. Some of the cast I recognise still, some of them I don't. But there you go. That's the quick little cast situation. Sam's in her seat, so I'm going to go to her later and see her thoughts as well. It's always interesting, like seeing someone's first, you know, time and seeing how they think about it. She is enjoying it so far. Thought I'd show you some of the merch as well. Hello, how are you? Would you mind if you want to say hi? Hello. So many cool things that you. Oh, that's really cool. See, last time I was here, they didn't have this. This is really nice. All these cool stuff. Oh my god, right, copyright is getting too much here. Hello. So I'm gonna go, but loads of cool stuff that they sell here. The Lion King merchandise, like so much, because it's Disney, of course. And every time I come here, I normally do get. Maybe I don't know if I should get Sam the program. Should I get? It's our last show together. Obviously for now, anyway. I mean, we might see shows again in the future together, but it's like never going to be as her as a Londoner, if that makes any sense. I don't know if she's enjoying it enough to want a program. I quite like a program myself, though, just because it's a new cast. Maybe I will get a program. Let's get it. So I got programs. There you go. I just love the logo for the Lion King. It's so cool. No, it's fine. We've had enough food today. We've had champagne as well, guys. I didn't film it because I was in our house. We were chatting to some of our friends there, but Lord have mercy. This bar looks rather busy. Anyway, I'm going to go back to Sam to our seats and stuff. See what she thinks of the show. I mean, I already know, but you know, have her say her thoughts a little bit to you guys as well. And it's a good cast. I believe there was like a recent cast change not long ago. It's Thursday today, so maybe Monday I want to say, or Tuesday, because they don't do shows on Mondays. Oh, mercy, it is busy. But yeah, it's really good. Some of them, I think the Timon and Pumbaa might be old still. The Zazu I recognise, but I'm going to go through all of that when I get home properly. Last time I saw the show was literally about a year ago now, so yeah, back in the auditorium. Look how beautiful it looks, by the way, guys. So cool. Such a big place as well. One time, there's a vlog of it as well. I think me and my friend Ellie were sat there in the second act. We moved into a box because our original seats we were sat next to people that just weren't being very respectful, so they moved us to a box, which was really cool. Beautiful. Sam is currently in the middle of chatting, so we're gonna have to stop. We're going back in there. I got programs. I don't even know if you want them, but I thought, why not? You know. How are you finding the show? I mean, is there another study in there? Or is that it? Is it just new? We've got a situation going on. Maybe is that in memory of her? Yeah. Oh, okay, sure. Oh, Timon, understudy Timon. Maybe he's really good. He's hilarious. Right, what do you think of the show, Sam?
I do like it.
You've given me some weird looks that time, which I agree with. Don't you worry. I agree with you.
Yeah, I like the opening. I think the opening is
one of the best.
Yeah, one of the best. But yeah, like the puppetry is really great.
The hyenas are fun.
Some of the choreo is.
To be fair, I do agree with that. Like, there's a break dance in Act 1 in the middle of, I can't remember what song it is, but like it didn't used to be in it when I saw it years ago, but now it's a thing and it's a bit random.
It's just like 4 white guys.
Yeah, just doing a random. Is it
Top stuff done.
That is exactly what it is, and it just doesn't feel like it should be a part of it. It's just really random. But no, it's good. Life is fun. Yeah, I guess we'll talk to you at the end of the show. But this is our beautiful, lovely theatre. Very red, a very red orangey theatre. The show has just finished, as you can see. What a show! What a show! It was great. We'll talk about it later. So it's time to say goodbye to Sam forever. Not forever, but you know, who knows when you'll see her again in a theatre vlog. You enjoyed 10% of the show?
4 out of 10.
That's quite. Yeah, you liked Circle of Life.
Yeah.
Then from then on, it went a bit odd.
Just some strange stuff.
And I agree with her. Some of them were quite.
Dancing grass.
Yeah.
There's watermelons.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed seeing your face and.
But really good puppetry.
Yeah, the puppetry's really good, and some really great actors in it as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so goodbye to Sam. You can do your last little thing to the. And I am home, as you can probably see. The current time is about 11:30 p.m. Thought I'd just, you know, give my thoughts a little bit about the show. I mean, I've seen The Lion King quite a few times now. Probably about 4 or 5 times, maybe even 6, something like that. I saw it twice as a child. It was my favourite first West End show, as I've said quite a few times now in this vlog. And then I saw it as an adult maybe like a few years ago for the first time. I've seen it as an adult 3 times, I want to say. Something like that. Who cares? Basically, I've seen it quite a few times and I enjoy it every single time. But there are definitely changes that have happened to the show since I first saw it, like, I don't know, 2 decades ago in the 90s. And it will probably continue to change because it's one of those things that me and Sam discussed. It was obviously Sam's first time seeing it. And one thing she said, which I completely agree with, is that she feels like it's not a show that is timeless. Like, obviously, yes, like The Lion King as a film, you know, the story is timeless, but the musical, the way that they've done it makes it so that some of the scenes and some of the maybe like sets even and some of the moments just feel a little bit outdated, and I completely agree with her on that. And that's why they try and change it up as well. Like, for instance, a few years ago when Frozen came out, they, you know, inserted a few new bits into Lion King the musical, you know, in regards to Frozen, like Let It Go, like jokes that Timon and Pumbaa make about Frozen, which they wouldn't have done obviously when it first opened, and things that they can always change as it goes on. But at the end of the day, I think as a whole, The Lion King is such a good show. Let me see, I've got a text. Lovely. Distraction. And we're going to continue. Yeah, it's such a great show that I feel like, you know, they don't really need to change it much because it is great. It's visually beautiful, and the opening of it as well, especially Circle of Life, I think is just so stunning. And the end as well, at the end when they sing Circle of Life again, very, very beautifully done. It's just beautiful. The puppetry is amazing. It's when it first opened, obviously in 1995 or 6, so I don't actually know when it would have been, 1999 maybe, on Broadway. It was a big deal because, you know, nobody had seen such incredible puppetry before, so that's why I think now it might not feel as special, but it still is amazing. So yeah, I like The Lion King. It's not one of my favorite shows, but it will always hold a special place in my heart because it was one of my, in fact it was the first show I ever saw in the West End, so you know, for that it will always be special. And the music is great. I mean, obviously, who doesn't love the music from The Lion King? But anyway, before talking more about the show, I just want to give a shout out to the cast members because it was a very great cast, and I didn't actually realise, basically we had the understudy for Simba, adult Simba, which I didn't realise, and I don't even know if there has been a cast change or not. Basically Sam heard from one of our workmates that there's been a recent cast change, so I don't know for sure, because most of the people that I saw tonight in the show, especially the leads, I recognised, like I feel like I'd seen before, like last year. So maybe there hasn't been a cast change, or maybe if there has been a cast change, it hasn't been a big one. If you know, leave comments down below. In any case, I'm just going to go through the list very quickly. So Rafiki was Nosifo Nkonoa, and I don't think I've seen her before actually, so maybe she's new. Mufasa was played by Sean S. Coffrey, and I feel like the name rings a bell, so I feel like I might have seen him before. Zazu was Jamie Golding, he was great. Scar was George Asprey, who's been in the show probably for like years and years and years. Like, in fact, let me just show you a picture of him because, like, honestly, he's iconic. Yeah, he's been in it for so long. There you go, that's him. Sorry about the camera strap going there. This is George, and he plays Scar. Yeah, he's fantastic. He's so good. I can't imagine ever seeing anyone else playing the role, to be honest. I've seen him so many times now. Our young Simba tonight was played by Kai Plummer Walrond. He was so good. He was great. His facial expressions were great. Obviously, being front row, you could see everything, and he just was a really great actor, and he seemed like he was having a great time playing the role as well. Great voice. Young Nala was Nia May Taylor. She was really good as well. Shenzai was Melanie McKenzie. Bonsai was David Blake. Ed was Barnaby Thompson. Timon was John Hassler. Pumbaa was Keith Bookman. Simba was Owen Chaponda, and Nala was Janique Charles. So we had an understudy for Simba, and I realised straight away, well, when he first came on, I thought it was just a new cast. I didn't realise that it was an understudy, but because I remembered exactly who the previous adult Simba was that I'd seen. So basically he's the guy that I'd seen quite a few times, Nick Afoa. I've seen him a couple of times. He's fantastic. If you watch my previous Lion King vlogs from the past few years that I've seen it, I've raved about him so much. Obviously, he wasn't on today. We had an understudy for him instead, and his understudy was, like I said earlier, what was his name? Owen Chaponda. So that is him over here. He's obviously normally in the ensemble, and he played Simba today. Honestly, I thought he was fantastic, like really good, fantastic voice. He gave me goosebumps when he sang the "You Promised You'd Be There" song, which obviously I can't sing. So yeah, really good. He had a really good chemistry as well with Adult Nala, who I absolutely adore. So Adult Nala I've seen a few times before. Janique Charles, it's this girl here. I've raved about her before as well. She's fantastic, and yeah, they were great together. And yeah, I believe that's basically most of the cast, and obviously the ensemble are here as well. You would have seen the cast list earlier that I showed you anyway. Oh, also this was in my programme, which is a little memoriam thing for Thea Nerissa Barnes, so that's nice of them. I haven't read it yet, so I'm not sure how she passed away, but there you go, thought I'd show you. Oh, and we had an understudy for Timon, and he was phenomenal. Like, I didn't realise he was an understudy at first, but the slip here makes me realise that he actually was an understudy, because he's not the lead. And he was so good. So John Hassler, honestly, well done to him. So funny. It was really fun to see his take actually on Timon, because it was quite different to how I've seen Timon done before. But he was hilarious. Great voice, you know, great puppeteering, really good acting. Loved him. Anyway, I had a lovely day today, a lovely evening, especially a lovely Valentine's Day, or Galentine's Day. I'm really glad I had Sam as my Galentine's date. Thank you to her as well, because in the morning, obviously, I day seated. I got there at 7 o'clock, as I mentioned earlier, and I was the second person in the queue, because my friend Sam was working at the Royal Opera House, so she couldn't day seat, obviously. But then, because the Lyceum Theatre, where the Lion King is playing, like, is like literally right next to the Royal Opera House, where both me and Sam work, Sam walked past the Lyceum Theatre on her way to work, and as she walked past, she gave me our chocolates this morning and a croissant, and it literally made my day-sting situation so much easier. So basically, that was really nice of her. Like, I feel like I would have probably died otherwise, because I'd been there for about 2.5 hours by that point. It was around 9:30, and I was like freezing, and it was like the last half hour. Normally that last half hour goes like the slowest, and so that hot chocolate especially really helped and warmed me up. I also spoke to a lovely South Korean girl in the queue a little bit. Her English wasn't like very well, so we couldn't speak too much, but she like asked me where I was from and how old I was and stuff like that, so that was quite cute. I just enjoy day seating normally. It's just the cold that's a bit annoying sometimes, and it's just obviously uncomfortable to be like sat on the floor for so long, etc. But like, it's fine normally, you know. It can be quite a sociable thing actually, and I read or like watch videos on my phone. It's a good thing to do, and I would recommend, if you want to see the Lion King and you don't want to pay like really expensive prices, then day seating is always an option. You have to get there early, of course, like 7 o'clock. Like I said, I got there at 7 and I was the second person in the queue, and it wasn't even a very busy queue today. I've seen it busier on other days, so you do have to get there early, but it's worth it. £20 tickets, could be front row, could be somewhere else, but £20 still generally for something that's not restricted, like an unrestricted view, I think is great. Love Sarastra, the restaurant, that was great. Really good food as well. It was my 3rd time there. Like, I went there for my 25th birthday a few years ago, went there a couple of years ago with my friend Sharika for her birthday. I took her there, and then obviously 3rd time there today. I think it's just a really cute place to go. So if you've never been to Sarastro, I would also recommend the restaurant. It's just a very quirky restaurant, a lot of like theatre stuff around it, opera and stuff. Good food as well, Turkish food, but also the toilets are definitely worth checking out. But you know, make sure you're above the age of 18 maybe if you go to the toilets. But I actually think they might have like special toilets for people that are under 18 maybe. I don't know, I just feel like they probably would, because the regular toilets are a bit too much. Anyway, I'm getting very off topic now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Feels weird to have been my last like West End show, I guess, with Sam. Sam keeps saying like, oh come on Samara, like, don't say that, because like we are gonna see shows again in the future. Like, it's not like we're never gonna see shows again, but I'm just like, you know, at the end of the day, the girl's moving to Scotland, I live in London, who knows when we'll get to see a West End show again together. But like, to be fair, she's probably right. I'm just being over dramatic, because she'll come back and visit, and you know, I'll go to Glasgow and see her, and we can go see touring shows, and so there'll probably be more theatre vlogs at some point. It's just we don't know when. But yeah, it was a good last show together. Even though she found bits of the show weird, and I agree with her, some parts of The Lion King are a bit weird and random. Thank you so much for watching. I need to stop talking, I'm very tired, and I'm working tomorrow morning. So yeah, leave comments down below about anything you want, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!